me tomorrow.
Shionne. Shionne! It's your thorns? But why? You okay? Just now, it looked like you used your maiden powers to suppress your thorns. You can really do that?
Stay out of my way.
Wait a second. Are you planning to go alone?
Shut up!
Why would you do this?
I told you to shut up!
I won't let you.
I mean it.
I refuse to let you.
I won't tell you again. Move or I'll shoot.
If that's the case, then go ahead and shoot me!
Do you remember back when I was stabbed? By Volron?
Yeah. I thought for sure that he had killed you back there.
That wasn't the first time.
Huh?
The first time was when I was only a child. After that, no matter how often, I just couldn't die.
Couldn't die? So you're immortal? How's that even...
I believe you, Shionne. But tell me how... How is something like that possible?
My thorns. They're me, but at the same time not. They're part of me. I have no idea why, but my thorns will never let me die. At least not before I'm meant to.
You can't die before your death?
When my thorns free themselves, it will be my death. I've seen it. A darkness that swallows up everything until nothing remains. It's a vision of oblivion I can't escape. I want to believe it's all just a bad dream. But no matter what I tell myself, I know it's not.
Yeah, but you... Wait. The whole reason you needed the Renaissance was to get rid of your thorns, right?
If I burn away what's inside, then what will happen to the rest of me? Right. Either way you look at it, I'm going to die. But if I am going to die, I figure I can at least take my thorns out with me. That's what I've been after this whole time.
That's why you turned your back on your fellow Renans and chose to fight with us, isn't it? And while we've all been fighting to keep on living, you have been with us fighting desperately to die.
That was the plan. But then I met all of you. And before I knew it, I didn't want to die anymore.
Shion, don't lose hope yet. We'll find a way to save you. There's still time to.
It's pointless.
Why?
Because the darkness won't just consume me. The truth is, it will consume all of existence as well. It was only a suspicion at first, but ever since the Red Woman triggered my maiden powers, I've been more certain than ever before. It was then that I finally came to realize my powers were holding my thorns in check the entire time. But they don't anymore. Not since Lenegis, when the wedge fell. Every day, I feel the thorn's power growing stronger inside of me. Pretty soon, I won't be able to hold them back anymore. And when that happens,
they will consume all existence.
And that's why you wanted to leave by yourself. You planned to find the Renis Alma on your own and sacrifice yourself to stop the thorns.
But that's too much. It's way too much. When this all began, I didn't care what happened to me or anyone else. And what happened to the Renans or the Danans didn't matter to me at all. I know I have to die, but I don't want to. Not now that I have this. I wish we had never met. Then I wouldn't have to feel this way.
Shion!
Alphen?
Living for the sake of dying is no better than being a slave. How can you endure this?
Alphen.
It's not fair. I don't care what anybody says. I won't let it happen. We can fight this. We'll fight until the end together. Isn't that what you said to me before?
Even if it should mean that it'll be the end of everything else, too?
Shion, what do you want? It's your decision, ultimately. But if you decide not to fight fate, I will. Even if I have to do it alone.
No, you won't be alone. I'll fight as well.
Count me in as well. I want to be a force for good, not hate.
And me too. I meant it with all of my heart when I told you before. Neither of you are alone in this at all.
You guys...
And I, for one, don't believe this venture is without hope.
Huh?
Shion is the descendant of a maiden from 300 years ago. Given the circumstances, it seems very likely that those events have some connection to her thorns. The true nature of which, I imagine we will discover as we make our way to Lenegis and uncover the truth of what's unfolding here.
I take it you mean we might find a way to get rid of her thorns and she'll live?
It's certainly possible. Though I suspect the nature of the Sovereign is connected somehow.
So be it. I've already lost everything I had once. And I won't let it happen again. Shion. No matter what happens from now on, we're right here with you. All of us are. You are not alone.
You guys. You're all so stubborn. Thank you, everyone. For right now, and a little while longer, I just want to hold on to this dream. And most of all, more than anything else, I want to be with all of you. So let's go. On to Lenegis.
The end of the...
I believe Shion is...
As a friend, yeah. Still,
No, I understand.
we have so many pieces.
So where do her thorns?
Well, I imagine...
Yeah, I remember.
Right. And from... Let's return to when we found...
So you think those... But why would they want...
As for that,
You know, I've noticed...
can you blame me? When one realizes that the... Especially when that
Dohalim?
I imagine the remaining... As for what the final pic...
Right.
How you holding up?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Oh, that?
Compared to what Shion's going through, still.
Yeah, I know.
Shion doesn't know how lucky.
Yeah, very...
I'm being serious. She really needed that. That's what I mean.
I just want for Shion what we all have. Those thorns have...
You can say that again. I have my own dreams.
Agreed. Can't sleep?
After everything we just heard,
Fair enough.
Shion's had to deal with so much on... I thought she was keeping her distance. I just figured that was... But it turned...
I know.
She was so alone this entire time.
I'm sure it made her happy.
You really think so?
Yeah, I do. You were a good friend to her, but...
Yeah, when you think about it. But over time, we've all found ways to let each other into our lives. I hope Shion's able to do that one day too. No, I mean, I hope she's able to do that more. Lots and lots more. I think it...
Rinwell.
Did you know?
You mean about Shion?
Yeah, I didn't have the slightest idea. I mean, every once in a while I thought something seemed a little off, but I never could have imagined. It's like a completely different world.
You and me both. I mean, I knew something was bothering her, but I could never...
You? But you're the one always looking out for her, aren't you?
That's what I thought. But in reality, I didn't understand it all. What...
At least you figured it out in time, though, right?
I don't think we're out of the woods yet. But yeah,
Yeah, with all of us together, there's nothing we can't handle. Shion.
I know. No lone wolf.
Hey, you're the expert on what my dad would say. Do you think he'd pat me on the back or tell me off?
Zephyr, I don't think that he'd have that much to...
I guess he couldn't say anything.
Law.
Sorry. I guess those of us amongst the living have enough We'll need all our strength. I'll probably end up worrying again.
Yeah, I think it is. Hey, you doing all right?
I seem to cause nothing but worry, as much as I try to look like I have things under control. Everyone still worries about me.
You're not the only one.
Hey, do you remember the first time you said I was your friend?
No? When was that? Sorry, I can't remember.
That's okay. It came so naturally to you, I'm not surprised you forgot. I was different back then. The Dahnans were not even people to me, and I knew I would always be alone. But in that room with Deadheim, when you called me your friend, it just shattered the wall that I'd built up around me. Because until that moment, I'd only seen you as a means to an end. I thought of you as a way to use the Blazing Sword, and to obtain the Renis Alma. But after that day, one time became two. And before I knew it, you'd made a habit of calling me and Dohalim your friends. It didn't matter that we were Renans. You cared about us as you would any other people. Then, everyone else started to call me their friend too. To think of me as their friend. I didn't want to die and lose you all. But I also didn't want to live if it meant you would all die in my place. But then, I realized I'd only really been thinking of myself that entire time. After saying how I felt, and hearing what you all had to say, I finally understood that. Don't worry, it's okay. I'm not planning on dying anymore. I've met too many people along the way who I truly care about to give in now. So I'll fight. For Dana and for myself. I'll fight against my fate to preserve our future. And I'll win, come hell or high water. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I won't let the world end because of me.
It's going to be a long, hard road ahead, Shionne. Our fight won't be over until everyone, both Dahnans and Renans, can finally live in peace. But I swear I'll be there with you.
Thank you.
Remember what we learned back in Calaglia? There's no wall so high that we can't break it down.
Yeah, I think you may be right about that.
Everyone well rested? Then let's go. We depart for Lenegus.
Do you sense one of... You're-
Looks like we got another reward.
I didn't realize that so many still remained. Dan and Owls.
I thought the Danon Owls had all but died out myself. That's what I get for making assumptions.
Just so we're clear, this place is supposed to be a secret.
Yes, I'm aware. Places like these should be kept out of the public eye.
It's a pity, though. With proper training, they could be made into a
What are they hooting about now?
Alphen and Xion can interpret for us.
Huh? Oh, no, I mean, it was just a lucky guess last time.
Yeah? Maybe you'll be lucky twice.
Really? Well, if you say so. Let's see. Listen to them. Are they really up to the task?
What do you mean? You're the one who put them in charge.
It's my responsibility to protect.
Stop trying to take everything upon yourself.
This is what the owls are saying?
Of course.
I must say, though, we've found quite a number of... It's a testament to how much you care for Hootle.
I wonder which branch...
Rinwell?
Oh, nothing. Well, come on. The perches are only half filled. We've got to find the rest of the owls.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Well, it's the moment of truth.
This lady better hold together once we're up in the air.
Law, don't say that. You're going to jinx us.
Speaking of which, Alphen, this bucket of bolts got a name?
A name? You know, I'm not sure she ever had one. I never really thought about it.
Well, after all the trouble we went through to find her, we should give her one, right? I was thinking something like...
Fall Knights.
Huh?
It means owl in the ancient tongue. Literally, the one drawn to the skies.
I like it. Sounds perfect for our little escapade.
Not sure I'm completely convinced, but, well, it's as good a name as any. From now on, she'll be known as the Fall Knights.
Okay, people. We have two goals. First, we need to get to Lenegis and make the Renans finally leave Dana alone. And then, we need to figure out the truth behind Shionne's thorns and find a way to save her. Sound good? All right, then let's go.
You know, I can still hardly believe it.
Believe what?
I mean, just look at it. The whole of existence, crammed inside a tiny frame.
Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. It does look more like a painting than a living, breathing world.
From up here, all the struggles we've been through feel so insignificant.
Nothing like realizing how small you are to put everything into perspective. Kinda makes the differences between the Renans and the Danans feel pretty small too, huh?
How much longer until we reach Lenegis?
There are better ways to use your time than napping. We should take a moment to familiarize ourselves with the facilities on board before arrival.
Good idea. The starship may end up serving as our base of operations once we're down there. Think you'll be all right with the controls?
You mean the one set to automatic pilot? I dare say I'll manage. I'm basically just here to supervise.
In that case, she's all yours.
Everything okay, Shia?
We'll be going to Lenegis soon.
This must feel like a homecoming of sorts to you, huh? What was life on Lenegis like back then? You know, before you came to Dana.
Let's just say, I don't have many happy memories. They called it treatment. But in truth...
You mean, they
That's right. All I was to them was a riddle to solve. They poked and prodded me, trying to figure out what triggered day in and day out. Every single day, one test after another. The look they gave me whenever one of them touched my skin. Some existence, huh? A blood... I thought things couldn't get any worse. Is it any wonder I lacked? Sure, I survived, but that's when it hit me.
I'm sorry. You say it's your destiny to...
Are you...
That's exactly... Why should you have to... It's that logic that this struggle was never... If we're doing this to protect...
a world free of
Not just me. If we're going to win, now I see it.
a victory without...
You bet we can...
Yeah, we can do this.
Is something wrong?
No. I was merely thinking how it had been 7 years, that's all.
You mean since you became a lord and left Lenegis? I guess even someone like you can get homesick, huh?
I am as prone to sentimentality as any other. Tell me, though. You too have a history with Lenegis. A traumatic one, no less. This trip will probably mean fate. Doesn't that frighten you?
Well, it is a place where I took the lives of countless people. But I can't keep...
I see.
Dohalim?
Forgive me. Come back and speak to me.
Hey, Alphen, listen to this! So Law and I...
Hey, shut up!
What's got Law all flustered?
Only that he's afraid of flying, the big...
Hey, I just think it's,
It's a starship, dummy.
well, maybe you're the one with the...
Guys.
Oh, that's a good point.
Hard to argue with that.
You okay?
Actually, now that you mention it, not at all. These...
Glad to hear it. That device there caught your eye, huh?
I was just wondering what it is.
It's a healing pod. It
Oh, you don't say. Alphen?
No, I was just thinking back to when I escaped Lenegis, that's all. What with the ceremony and Naori laid me inside here.
So, you're saying you got in this thing straight after escaping? Would that mean...
Yes, it sounds crazy, I know.
That's definitely quite some lie-in, all right.
What do you mean?
With the amount of fighting we've done, we would have never made it this far without you. Alphen, can you recall back to what it is that I said to you? Back when we left Menancia?
Of course. That's why you came with us, right?
Even in that time, I was well aware that what I was living was a lie. But I'll always remember him fondly. But the world's bigger than just Menancia. If I've learned anything on this, and the one who brought me along was you, Alphen.
Well, we're not out of this forest just yet.
I know. But whatever we find,
Kisara.
probably getting a little ahead of myself, huh?
Is everyone about ready?
Before we do that, just what exact...
Kisara has a point.
I'd like to hear more too. It's been centuries.
Very well. Of course, it also its social structure is...
Enough to determine some...
They can be honed with the right... As a result,
Those capable of only... Still,
Thanks for the warning.
Come on, you've seen her skill with that.
on arts alone,
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Jeez.
Wait a second.
I am not!
of course, separating people into castes based on something arbitrary, as if such simplistic criteria could ever be a measure of someone's worth.
So this red woman, are we
I would wager so. Lenegis is too deep. Chances are she's also connected to the Renis Alma being stolen.
If the Renis Alma is being used to exploit Dana, we need to take it back at all costs.
That red woman's got a lot to answer for.
We're about to land. The descent could be a little...
If there are clues about your... There's no one here. I wasn't expecting a welcome mat, but still.
Lenegus's infrastructure is largely automated. Besides, people won't be expecting incoming traffic while the crown contest is still underway.
Do you think anyone realizes that we're here?
We may not have received a royal welcome, but I doubt our entrance went unnoticed.
I really hope we don't have to fight anybody while we're...
So now what? We've come all this way on a hunch, and if we're lucky, the Renis Alma too.
There is an area of the city that is accessible only to the Sovereign.
Forbidden? What are they hiding?
I don't know, hence my desire to find out. In any case, changing the shape of a huge structure such as Lenegus would have required an immense source of power.
Then you think that source might have been the Renis Alma?
Precisely. Alphen said that he remembered the Renis Alma being used in the spirit channeling ceremony 3 centuries ago. Whatever the ceremony's purpose, if preparations, then the Renis Alma might be in the same place. Hiding something of that worth in the residential quarters would only court.
It stands to reason we should be looking some...
Indeed.
But it's been over 300 years.
There's only one way to find out.
Shion's right. Who knows?
All right. Beyond that,
Thinking about what could be lurking...
For such a loudmouth, you sure can be...
Oh, I'm sorry. How stupid of me.
Would you two children stop squabbling?
So how many Renins actually...
I couldn't tell you exactly, though not as many as...
there's Zeugles out here too, huh?
What in the world?
This being Renin territory, I was prepared for a lot of things to look different.
The very foundations of the city have shifted. What could have caused this?
When Lenegus changed shape, it must have had an effect on the...
Maybe when they sent the wedge down to Dana?
But they wouldn't move around the places where people live.
I would think the citizens themselves didn't have much say in the matter. Either way,
Dohalim?
Avakir, I'm glad to see you're well.
So it is you! But why are you here? Shouldn't...
So you haven't heard what happened on Dan?
Heard what?
Someone you know?
An old friend.
Hey,
They're with me. More importantly, what's happened here?
I'm really not sure. The city's foundations began to shift without warning, and now everything looks like this. We're all waiting for the Sovereign to tell us what's happening, but so far...
Avakir, listen to me. We're looking for the Forbidden Zone. Do you have any idea where we might find it?
The Forbidden Zone? What business could you possibly have there?
Trust me. The less you know, the better.
You're just the same as ever. I wish I could help, but what with the changed topography, I can barely locate my own home. Let alone the Forbidden Zone.
Very well. It looks like we'll have to find the way there ourselves.
Have you seen Faria yet?
No.
I see. Well, nothing much has changed with her. If anything, she's probably even more...
I can well imagine.
Why did you come back? You know it can only result in pain for you both.
I've no doubt of that.
You really are the same as ever. Fine, I understand. Just don't say I didn't warn you. And take care of yourself, okay, Do?
So who's Faria?
Law?
If what Avakir said is true, it would seem the people of Lenegis are being kept in the dark about what's happening down on Dana.
They seem to be just as clueless about what's going on up here in their own world. Despite the fact that it's actually here that the Wedge originally came from.
We need more information. Let's talk to the citizens, see what we can find out.
While we're at it, we can ask them about the Red Woman, too.
And don't forget about finding the way to the Forbidden Zone either.
Let's leave the talking to Shion. We can't have a bunch of Danans poking their noses around.
Good idea. I think that's for the best.
I shall assist.
You sure?
Being a lord on Lenegis has its advantages.
Right. Then we'll leave it to you two. The Danans among us should probably keep our heads down.
What if people freak out?
I shall explain it away, but
What could be so important? It's worth destroying people's livelihoods and homes in the process. It's just unbelievable. Uprooting an entire city as if it were mere building blocks. Someone's got an awful lot of questions to answer.
From how it looks, they must be siphoning off astral energy from Dana, and then sending it to Rena.
But why do all this? What for? Surely they can't be using all that energy for the crown contest.
whatever their purpose, disrupting their siphoning process alone won't be sufficient. Not while we still don't know what their endgame is.
He's right. We need to stop this from happening ever again.
This Forbidden Zone might be where we find some answers, right? So what are we waiting for? Let's get moving!
You heard him. We don't have time to stop and chat. Let's move.
So, I've been wondering, do you think when Lenegis was built, it was even made with people living here in mind?
What do you mean?
Well, none of this happened by coincidence, right? They must have designed it to transform like this. But then, if they knew people were going to live here, you'd think they would have taken that into consideration, to avoid all this chaos.
Ordinarily, yes. You'd think so. Trust me, as far as we were concerned, Lenegis was our home, nothing more. No one knew about all this. It makes you wonder whether the city was just built on as an afterthought. But if so, to what exactly?
Sorry, that probably sounded weird, huh?
Not at all. Sometimes it takes an outsider's eye to help you notice what you've been missing all along. This place is a mystery, that's for sure. Something tells me we'll find answers where we're going, though.
Yeah, you're right, Shion. I'm sure we will.
Oh, dear me. Whatever did we do to deserve this? Would that I have Alas, there was no warning, no prior. We have no choice, but do my eyes deceive me? Could I really be standing in the presence of his lordship, Dohalim of the... I believed he was on Dana.
Your eyes do not deceive you. It is I, one and the same. I have returned to fulfill a special duty. The detail...
As your lordship wishes. First, Lenegis mutates beyond recognition. Now this unexpected visit. The Sovereign's plans are inscrutable indeed. The Ilkaris house has...
Your good wishes do me an honor.
Everything will be okay now.
I know the basics of healing arts, but my skills pale in comparison.
Your lordship! Oh, what a great honor it is to finally meet you. I descended to Dana during the last crown contest. I witnessed the deaths of...
Indeed.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're looking for a woman dressed all in red.
All red, eh? No, I can't say I remember any...
Yeah. What about...
What's with all these questions? I've never seen her, okay? Not recently or otherwise.
Never mind. Forget I asked. Is everything okay?
Oh, yes. I can't seem to...
I was hoping to head this way myself. The situation is...
I suppose the Sovereign knows best. I daren't stay here too long, though. A lower caste can only linger around these parts for... I was hoping to avoid it, but maybe I'll have to...
You mean you know another way round?
Lord Dohalim Ilkaris! But how? Last I...
Yes, strange, isn't it? If you know another...
But of course. Please, I thought maybe it was a passageway between the different quarters. But I've no way of...
It's worth investigating. I shall go and assess the situation.
You'd really do that?
Our lot in life is of little
Oh, why yes, my...
Well, we've canvassed the city.
No one has the faintest idea what's happened to the city after all.
You'd think that info would easily...
Not to this extent.
Given everything that's happened to their...
Yeah, that one guy even...
Everything that happens here is attributed to... Nothing happens devoid of a reason.
The Sovereign's plan. There is one thing I'm still not
The Sovereign, of course.
Without the lords or anyone in the middle, that's a pretty big dominion for...
And the points you make are valid. Come to think of it, She...
No, I haven't.
Neither have I. In which case, I would imagine that... But no.
Hold up, what are you getting at?
Assuming what I believe to be correct, it's possible that no one on Lenegis has ever laid eyes on the actual Renan homeworld.
But what about trade and communication? There's...
Not if the Sovereign is imposing his will on Lenegis.
But I thought you said that the Sovereign's all the way over on Rena. If that's the case, can he really rule the... What if something were to happen to this...
I'm beginning to wonder what the nature of this Sovereign even is. Alphen said he was forced into the role, right? But Sovereign is also the title given to the almighty Renan ruler.
Whoever wins the crown contest inherits the throne from his or her predecessor. Thereafter, that individual is known as the Sovereign. Though, it would appear that the current... As for how Volron factors into all this... At this point, I no longer...
3 centuries ago, I became the Sovereign here on Lenegis. Now, not just 300 years later, we cross paths with Volron, who also bears the Sovereign's crest. That's not the only thing we have in common. We both became Sovereign without winning the...
Do you think Volron was made sovereign for the same reason?
I can't say for sure.
But that would mean that 2 sovereigns would need to exist at any one time. One whose job it is to rule. We never did see Volron's body back in Ganath Haros. Is a new ceremony underway with Volron at its center this time? Could that be...
Wait a second. You don't think Volron and the Red Woman... The ceremony can't go forward without the Renis Alma. The same one...
There's something else the ceremony needs. A maiden. And unless there's enough...
Questions.
If the Forbidden Zone really is off limits to everyone...
Then it's decided.
One of the citizens mentioned a passage. Let's go find it! I didn't realize Renan suppressed their...
And yet, weirdly, none of them seemed to mind.
It is the way things have always been, so no one thinks to question it. You have experience in that regard yourself, do you not?
Unquestioning acceptance of your own servitude. Yeah, that sounds
Even so, the quality of life here seemed... I used to think it was impossible to build an ideal society.
More to the point, not as...
What if she's not here?
It's still too early to say.
For all we know, she might be...
Tell me, Dohalim.
And what skill would this be?
You know, when you're talking to people around town.
I'm afraid I don't quite...
I do. It's called friendly intimidation. Look imposing and speak in a deep, booming voice, and presto, you'll...
I would never stoop to such scandalous tricks.
So there is a knack to it!
Now you've got me curious.
Let's see. An obsession with being elegant is a must.
If you've a bone to pick with me, it'd be quicker to...
What? They look up to you, that's all.
Hey! What's got into Alvin and...
I can barely understand a word they're saying. And what's with the weird...
I hope you're willing to take the blame for this one.
I wasn't expecting them to take me so seriously.
With nobody left to run the show, I wonder what... I mean, there's sovereigns up on the Renan homeworld, and all their lords were sent to Dana.
But Dohalim was a lord, right?
Only current acting lords have power. Renan society is quite...
Even if the other lords were still around, I doubt they'd be able to...
I wonder what they'd think if they were here to see Lennigus, Balsif, Ganabelt. Oh, now that I think of it, aside from Dohalim, we know next to nothing about the other lords.
Well, yeah, why would we? To us Danans, they were just enemies we needed to
I know. But seeing Renans in their own city, going about their day-to-day...
It feels strange to imagine the lord...
Yeah, a little.
If you're that curious about them, why not try... Every lord in their household has their share of support. And luckily for us, the people here are...
Yes!
Balsef had it in him to care about someone other than himself? Really?
It's possible. A change in position can do much to alter one...
I guess she intended to spread it throughout all of Lennigus then.
Good thing the lines were down so she couldn't.
It almost sounded like she was praising them, too.
Maybe there was more to the guy than at first glance.
I shall refrain from commenting.
What?
Ganabelt was so horrible to people, yet he was invested in helping Rena succeed. Doesn't that seem just a little inconsistent?
I'm perhaps biased in this matter, I admit. However, in my mind, while all lords vie to become the next sovereign, they're also meant to serve as guardians of all of Rena.
It seems like Ganabelt also had people he cared about until the very end.
So why couldn't he extend that to us Danans?
This area doesn't look as badly damaged as that other district we went through.
Pardon me.
guess her willingness to stoop to any low came from a survival of the fittest worldview.
And some people here not only shared her belief, but championed it as morally right too.
That doesn't make it true. Too bad they couldn't see through her.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Okay. Ah!
It seems like the people on Lenegis don't really know much about Volron either.
I remember being quite surprised when the Lord of Ganath Haros changed so abruptly.
Didn't you have any doubts that something suspicious was going on?
On the contrary. Remember, we Renans are raised to accept everything at face value.
When you think about it, the families of Renan lords must see them differently than the rest.
Yeah, despite the brutality they're known for.
They must have had a lot on their shoulders.
Renans live in a world where strength and power, but their loyalty to their people is...
That's what makes them the guardians of...
Right. It's the same...
Guess that makes you an even bigger...
So, Alphen,
Yeah. Balsef and the others, they all had...
Yeah, but still.
I know. What they did was... But at the same time, so I guess...
You're saying that they weren't bad because they were Renans, or because even if they did terrible things?
Renwell.
Am I wrong?
Not at all.
Being a Danan doesn't make you a good person. And I think that's something...
Shion and Dohalim definitely make a good...
And I'm going to keep doing my best to make...
There's something I just don't get.
What is it?
The crown contest itself has always gone ahead of... In which case, the current sovereign of Rena should be whoever it was that won.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So...
Hanfricht Milgras, the former lord of Cyslodia.
So then this Han-freaked whatchamacallem.
The last I heard, yes.
You're saying that ever since becoming sovereign, he's never actually...
I guess over Holocom, maybe.
Now that you mention it, I don't recall any...
And that never...
When you...
A new Renis Alma is... In other words, if that's true, there should be as...
True, but... Going on what... If even the
You and me both. Though we...
With any luck, the Forbidden Zone might...
No use standing around here.
Doe?
Faria.
Varia? Isn't that the person that Avatar was...
But why are you here? Nothing to say? Kill?
I'm here to take care of something.
Oh, of course. You always... But let me tell you.
If killing me will bring you peace...
Don't...
First, I have business to... My sins are legion.
Sure, that's... You're just a...
Dohalim.
I apologize that you...
Is it true?
Each of us have our past.
Before, back in...
The mistakes I made there were not...
Did you mean what you said?
She has more right to my life.
But you can't just...
Whatever happens, I have no intention of... Besides, you have...
Dohalim!
Forgive me. Some...
What's this thing?
This place is beautiful!
Yeah, it must be some sort of rest and leisure area for the locals.
You think? Man, these Renan sure know how to live it up, don't they?
Is something the matter, Dohalim?
Before I went down to Dana, my friends and I, we used to gather at this very spot and play music together. Avakir, Faria.
Tarnagan. He was the one that Fari...
He was once my dearest, closest friend. Despite Faria's lower-class upbringing, entranced by her playing, I helped her overcome her... It was a time of great joy. 4 people bound...
A friendship based on mutual respect.
I suppose it's natural you would see it as strange.
I would have. Once. Now, I think the idea of breaking... Besides, it was that way of looking at the world that...
Your praise does me too great an honor. I was merely following the wishes of... And even then, it only lasted until the crown contest began. After that, Tarnagan and I became fierce competitors for the position of Lord. Tarnagan had fallen for Faria. By becoming Lord, he aimed to wrest her from her humble origins and raise her to the highest echelons of society. But fate was not...
What happened?
Tarnagan was no match for me in combat. On a level... But he was desperate and low on options. And he...
You mean he resorted to dirty tactics to try to win, right?
How could I tell her? Combined with the trauma of losing her...
So instead you let her go on hating you.
That's not...
It is exactly the same. As for what happened after...
But if you hadn't become Lord...
Shion's right. You've saved so many people. You saved me. So, try not to blame yourself.
Frank as always. But,
Do you think he'll be all right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's important to have someone like...
I didn't realize how difficult it is just to be there for someone.
Sometimes just knowing someone's on your side can...
I hope you're right. Alphen.
Yeah?
I never appreciated until recently just how much you were always there to support me.
It goes both ways. You've helped me keep going more times than I can count.
Maybe, but I still wanted to say... thank you.
I see a medic and supply officer.
This looks perfect. Guaranteed.
Damn it. Lenegis soldiers.
Any way we can avoid fighting them?
That all depends on them. Whatever happens, be ready.
Well, so much for them not wanting to fight.
Ho! I am Lord Dohalim of Elder Menancia. I command you.
The rest of the city must be erased.
No. Have they been brainwashed too?
Brainwashed or not, if they want to fight, they got one.
Dragon Swarm! Water, here are
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down! Flaming thrust! No escape! Start up!
Freeze Lancer!
Luna Rondo! Fire support! Take this!
Freezing Storm!
Its armor's too strong.
Tornado!
Be my guest!
Now you see what I can do!
My shield?
Wait!
You're not done!
I need to pull myself together. Annihilation!
You're finished!
I don't even know the word defeat.
I'm not done!
Where are you going?
I'm not done! Try harder! My turn! I'm not done! Not today! Dragon Swarm!
Do it! Hikara! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life! Anything in armor
My
is
turn.
mine!
No escape! Report! You're mine! No escape! You're on!
I lost my
Here I come!
I can carve through armor!
It's over!
Do water!
We're not finished!
Freaking does it!
You're mine!
Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil!
Here I come!
Freeze Lancer!
Arcane Thrust! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Those soldiers seem different from the citizens we've come across so far.
Yeah, they weren't big talkers, that's for sure. They just attacked without warning.
They weren't in the least bit fazed by Dohalim's presence either.
Indeed. They seem to recognize us as enemy. And yet, traditionally, Lenegis hasn't been high on threats. A few.
Their glazed-over eyes reminded...
I've never seen anything like that.
Maybe someone doesn't want us here.
What, with the Red Woman?
It's on!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
In a bind?
Falling Storm!
You're mine!
These ones can run rings around us!
Take that!
Glacial Spear!
Easy smelling to me. Yeah, and the pummeling to me!
Oroshi's Fury!
Ready as
Azure
ever!
Storm! Take this! Strike! Lightning Lightning
Hurricane
Thrust!
Strike! Cyan Instant!
Luna Rondo!
Savage Roar!
You're mine! I'm not done!
Glacial
Crush! First strike! Take this!
Talon Hurricane!
Eat dirt!
Healing Hurricane!
I owe you one! Strike!
Going in.
Crush!
Lightning!
Rotate!
Falling Storm!
Do it! Totally! In an instant! Impact Claw! My turn!
Hurricane Radiant
Done!
Pierce!
No further! Here I come!
By the
No
power of
escape!
Gaia!
Swallow
Dance
Dance!
without a trace!
You're
Inferno
finished!
Crossing!
Dragon Swarm!
Do it!
Down!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Not a chance!
Hurricane Cyan
Strike!
Instant!
Going in.
Annihilation!
Big Knuckle!
Glacial Fire!
Take this!
Hear me!
I'm not done! You're mine! No escape!
Hear my
Strike!
call! Lock! Get toasty!
Burn Strike! My turn!
Lunar Corruption!
I'm
Lunar Blast!
Burn! It's time! Destruction!
Hurricane Strike! Radiant Pierce!
It's on!
Swallow Dance!
Here I come!
Look sharp! Eagle Assault! Make it rain!
It's down!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There's always room for improvement.
Ow! Here I come!
Look sharp! Talon Hurricane! Did you see this coming?
You're mine!
Annihilation!
Orochi's Fury!
Dazzling Stick! As if the normal creature crawlers aren't disgusting enough. Healing Circle! Hurricane Strike!
Their arms were
Need to
interrupted.
pull myself together.
It's over!
Cyan Instant!
You're mine! I'm not done!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flares of Malisha! Talon Hurricane! Eagle
Orochi's
Fire!
Fury!
What's this? Lunar Corruption!
You're finished!
Gemini
Azure
Hurricane
Storm!
Strike!
Dark Wind! You're
Radiant
mine!
Pierce!
Burn!
Crescent Moon! Swallow
You're
Dance!
mine!
Hurricane
Orochi's
Power!
Fury!
Mega Ray!
I'm not done! Dragon Swarm!
Time
No
to shine!
further!
Cyan
Take
Instant!
this! Try harder! No
Look
escape!
sharp!
No escape!
Eagle Assault! Piercing Roar!
I'm not done!
Where are you going?
You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Crumble!
Come on now!
You see what happened there as you crossed? Shouldn't have done
You're
that.
taking too much damage!
Take this!
This one's mine!
Flame inside me yearns to be let
I
free!
could do this all day.
It's over!
Healing Circle!
Take this!
Inferno Cross! Here's evil!
I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
I'm on a roll now! Eagle Assault!
Burn in hell!
Storm! Lunar Corruption!
You're mine!
Lunar Blast!
Orochi's Fury!
Blast Assault! Annihilation!
It's over!
Flaming Meteor!
Destruction!
Talon Hurricane!
You're mine!
Now I'm in the groove!
Death Blossom!
It's over!
Waters, hear my
Now
call!
or never. A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
I'm not done!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Take this!
Mine! Plenty
Try
left!
harder! No escape!
Here's a healing item!
No escape!
Now you see what I can do!
Flaming Meteor!
Take this!
Inferno Crossing! Talon Hurricane!
I'm not done! This one's all mine!
Finish without a
Now
trace!
watch it!
Here I come! Ignite! You're mine!
I'm ready!
No escape!
I'll heal you all!
Lightning Order!
Now I'm in the groove!
Inferno Crossing! Healing Circle!
I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw! Eat this!
Take this!
Talon Hurricane!
Orochi's Fury!
Hurricane Strike!
Now I'm in the
Here's
groove!
a healing art!
No escape!
Eagle Assault! Where are you going? Hurricane Strike!
Dragon Swarm!
No more playing nice! Cyan Instant!
I can carve through armor!
Watson! Flaming Meteor! Inferno Crossing! Going in! Will this
I'm not done!
I let my guard down.
Stay away from my friend!
Pull myself together.
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! Does anyone else think this may be just a bit too tough for us?
Out of our way!
Bring him down!
A freezing storm!
Watch for their ranged attack!
First aid!
Going in!
Destruction! Strike!
Mow him down!
Trying to come over!
Here!
This one's mine!
Be still!
Here, let me help! First aid!
Fire support! It's too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
It's over! You're on! Ignite!
Flame of fury! Burning strike! Water, hear my call!
It's over! Orochi's fury!
Law, get toasty!
Bird strike!
Here, let me
Now!
help!
Dark!
First aid!
Orochi's fury!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher!
You're finished!
Throbs in pain.
Take this! No escape!
Now you see what I can do.
You're finished!
Eat this! Here! This one's mine!
No further!
I'm
not done!
Eat this! Talon Hurricane! Make it rain!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Nicely done. Out of our way!
Now you'll
On guard!
Here I come!
Hurricane!
Orochi's fury!
This one's mine!
I won't show you any mercy!
You've got spirit!
Here's evil!
This one's mine!
Dragon swarm! No escape!
Glacial Fire!
Power of water!
Try harder! Here I come! I'm not done! Strike! You're on!
By the
It's
power
over!
of
Shield, take this!
I never miss!
You're mine!
This one's mine!
Frickin' does it!
Shattering pieces!
I'm not done! Take it! Orochi's fury!
Eagle Fire!
No escape! Dragon swarm!
Water, hear my call!
Take this! You're mine! We did it! My turn! Here I come!
Light up the door!
Here I come! I'm not done!
Corruption!
Destruction!
By the
It's
power
over!
of water!
Flaming meteor! Infernal
Destruction!
crossing!
Will this help?
No further!
I'm on it!
Healing
Going
power!
forward!
Destruction!
I really
No
owe you one.
escape!
Watch this!
Orochi's fury!
Piercing roar! Black Salt!
You're mine!
Make it rain!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Let's refrain from losing.
Those soldiers don't seem to have any qualms about attacking on sight.
Is someone making them stand guard over the Forbidden Zone?
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Here I come! Burn in hell!
Lunar Arc! Mega Ray!
I'm not done!
I think I'll pass on the handshake.
I'm not done! Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane Strike!
Here I go!
Going in!
Giant Instant!
You're finished!
Now I'm in the groove!
Orochi's Fury!
Tiger Blade! Eat by the sword!
Not
All
again!
good things come.
That'll bring you down!
Prepare to be sealed!
Water Snake Blade! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolishor! This one's mine!
Orochi's Fury!
Look sharp!
See what happened there
One
is
keeps
cross.
charging us!
Shouldn't have done
That's
that.
what my shield's for. Here, get behind me.
Done! I'll leave it to you!
Shield and face! Eat this!
Burn!
Guardian Shield!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Now
Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
I'm ready to go.
my focus!
Take this!
Let me help.
Orochi's
I don't have much left. Hurricane Strike! Going in!
Here I come! Orochi's Fury!
Hurricane Swallow Dance!
Dragon
Look
Swarm!
sharp!
I'm not done! Azure
Hurricane
Storm!
Strike! Eat this!
You're mine! Blue Escape!
Now we're in the groove!
Dragon Swarm! Burn! Here I come!
Inferno Cluster!
Now you see what I can do! Just
Look
get
sharp!
started!
Thanks!
Glacial Spear. Pierce evil.
You're mine! Dragon Swarm!
I really owe you one.
Destruction! Strike! Azure Storm!
Cyan Instant.
The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Blue Escape!
Burning
Glacial
Inferno!
Spear. Pierce evil.
I'm not done! Crush! Here I come! Orochi's Fury!
Water. Hear my call.
Here I come!
Glacial Spear. Pierce evil.
Destruction!
Freeze
There!
Lancer.
Try harder! My turn! I'm not done! Burn in hell!
Shade.
No escape!
Away! Anything in armor is all mine!
You're finished!
That'll bring you down.
Swallow dance!
Here's a healing rod.
I let my guard down.
You'll pay for that!
Inferno punch!
Gemini
I'm
Alpha.
not done!
Oh! Now I'm real mad! Rolling snap!
I'll bring you back from
Now
hell.
I'm in the groove!
No further!
Blow away!
Here, let me help. First Hurricane Strike.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Eat this!
You're mine!
Sword!
Crush! Thanks!
Now you see what I can do!
Wait!
By the
Tiger Blade!
Here's a healing rod.
Eagle Fly!
Destruction!
By the power of the flame.
This one's mine!
Blazing storm.
Look sharp!
Not today!
Ice tornado.
Here I come!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
I'll heal you all.
No escape!
Thunder Knuckle!
Dragon Swarm!
Going in! Judgment Spin! Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
That took more energy than I expected.
No
I let
choice!
the marksman handle this!
Orochi's Fury!
Hurricane Strike!
Healing
Here I come!
Now or never.
Need to pull myself together.
Take this!
It's like trying to keep up with a wall.
Let me out!
Destruction! You're finished!
Take this!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher!
You're mine!
It's time!
Make it rain! Goodwill!
Demon Descent! Flashing Fang!
I'll heal you all.
Going in!
I'm not done!
Going in!
This was all mine! Orochi's Fury!
Big Blast! That
Going in!
No escape!
Water Snake, wait!
Be still! You're mine! I'm not done! Mirage! It's over! Azure Storm! Here I come! picked the wrong fight!
Pierce
My
Evil!
turn! I'm not done!
Going in! Freeze Lancer!
I'm not done!
I never miss!
I'm not done!
Shion! Go for it! Prepare to crumble! Will this help?
Not a chance!
Shout!
Strike! You're mine!
Healing circle! Glacial
Eat this! Orochi Fury!
Need to
Be
pull
still!
myself together.
I'm not done!
Switch
Hurrah! First strike!
Radiant
Now you
Strike!
see what I can do!
By the power of flame!
The flame
Spin it
inside me
without a
yearns
trace!
to be let free! Mirage!
Dragon Swarm!
I'll run you through!
Frozen!
Hammer!
I felt better, that's for sure. Get lost!
Engaging! Try harder! No chance!
Stay below!
Engage!
They really don't give up, do they?
No escape!
Igneous discharge! Eagle assault! Healing
I'll
circle!
finish you here and now!
Back
Eat
into the
this!
fray! Fall back! On guard!
You're mine!
This one's mine!
Orochi Fury! Swallow dance! Dragon Swarm! I'm not done! Azure Storm!
Glacial
Here I come! Dragon Swarm! Dazzle! You're mine!
No! Going in!
Fire in the hole! Take this!
Guardian Shield!
Orochi Fury!
Let me at him!
No escape! Engage!
Appreciate
Do
the
it!
help!
Small! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Not a chance!
Dragon Shield!
Strike! Fire in the hole!
Without a trace!
Talon Storm! What the hell? Orochi Fury!
That'll bring you down!
Support! Do it! Listen!
Ridwell! Astral Energy! Full throttle!
My turn!
Look sharp!
Escape!
Searing Flame!
I'm not done! Damn it!
Tiger Blade! Glacial
Here I
Spear!
come!
Pierce
Dragon
Evil!
Sword!
Freeze Lancer! Piercing
Here
Roar!
I come!
Look sharp!
Orochi
Plenty
Fury!
left! Magna Ray! Falling Swallow
Down!
Talon Storm! Piercing Roar! Astral Energy! Full throttle!
We won.
Let's dispose of the trash.
For my lord!
Igneous Discharge! Flame of Fury!
You're finished!
I can read your moves like a book.
Dragon Swarm! Take this! Dragon Swarm!
First aid!
Flaming Thrust! Take this! No escape!
Searing Flame!
The enemy wields arms too.
We'll soon see about that! Will this help?
I'll smash you! I owe you one! I'm not this! That frigate does it! No! I won't give in! The wrong fight! You're mine! I'm not done! I owe you one! No further! Take this! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm I'm not done! Fire support! It's over! Tiger Blade! That's right! It's over! You're mine! Dragon Swarm!
Switch to
No
Blazing
escape!
Storm! Where are you going?
You're mine! Fire in the hole! Hurricane! Talon Hurricane! I'm not Eagle done! Dragon Claw! Rolling Snap! Talon Storm! Crush! Pure Grapple! Struck! Make it rain! Goodwill! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang! Damning! Fleet of Fury! Look sharp! Inferno Crossing!
I can feel my power growing! This must be it. The entrance to the Forbidden Zone.
But it's just a wall. How do we get through?
Whoa, we? I thought this was Sovereigns only.
Alphen.
Yes! It opened!
Interesting. If Alphen's presence still opens the way, it would seem the Sovereign of 3 centuries ago and now are considered one and the same.
What?
What the?
Alphen.
You again.
Tomorrow's the spirit channeling ceremony. We'll finally play our parts as the Sovereign and Maiden. How have you been feeling?
What am I sovereign of? Shuffled from lab to lab, always treated like an experiment. Whenever they look at me, all they see is a Dahnan. I don't even know what their precious ceremony's for, let alone what they're going to force me to do as the Sovereign. Tell me, if we're both in the same boat, why do you seem so calm right now?
No choice. Becoming the Maiden's not something I wanted for myself. But they said Rena's prosperity depended on it. How could I say no after that?
Still, as a Renan, at least you got to decide. Good for you. Meanwhile, I was taken from my homeland. You aren't the captive one here.
It isn't right what they did to you, and I'm sorry for what it's worth. When this is over, I swear I'll help you get home. I can't do this alone. One more day.
How could I say no to that? It's not like I have any choice in the matter anyway. So, what's your name?
It's Naori. Naori Imeris. Try to remember this time.
You don't act like them. Like the other Renans, I mean. How come you treat me like a person?
Because you are. It's true we come from different worlds. But neither one of us asked to be here right now. In that sense, you and I are much the same. We couldn't do this. We wouldn't be able to talk to each other as people if we didn't see the humanity in each other. So I suppose the question you should be asking is, why wouldn't I treat you like one?
You're not like the others.
Maybe they're not like me.
Here's what we'll do. We give them their damn ceremony. You get me to Dahna. That'll be the end of it. I'm taking you at your word on this. I'm trusting you, not them. Naori.
What the hell just happened?
That vision.
That person Alphen was speaking to.
It was Naori. Naori Imeris.
She really does look like Shion. I'm beginning to see why
That's all very well and fine, but what did we just witness exactly?
It was a conversation we had 300 years ago. The night before the ceremony.
You mean all of that really happened? We just saw an episode straight out of your past?
But how is that even possible? Unless... Could this be the Red Woman's handiwork too?
No.
Why not?
You guys didn't feel it? The moment the entrance opened, it was like a stream of
I felt it too.
That would make sense, for all we know.
So you think it might have...
We have no way of knowing.
Shion.
Yeah. It was all just a look. So that was my aunt.
Yeah, there certainly is a
What about you?
Me?
Even putting us reliving pain.
I can't just pretend like... Besides, if it helps us...
Alphen,
That's not all. I'd like to liberate them too.
whether you're on Dana or some... Not that I'm complaining.
Nobody's here.
Stay sharp. After that last illusion, there's no telling what could happen in here.
Faria, how did you...
Wait, something about...
What's wrong with her? She doesn't even seem to know where...
Yeah, you're right. She
A summoning?
But that's preposterous. She never had that kind of power when...
We can talk later. Here it comes!
What? I've never known Faria to control Zeugles like that before.
How about with the stone that looks suspiciously like a master sword?
Where did she get her hands on that?
First we handled the Zeugles, then we kept some answers.
Hit a word! Armor won't save I'm just getting started!
Strike! This one keeps charging up!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it!
On guard.
I'll leave it to you!
Going in. Shield
Here I come! Destruction! I'm not done!
In a bind? I owe you one for that.
Sorry to trouble.
You do the same for me.
Dragon Swarm!
Annihilation!
Elusive deity! Lunar Prophecy!
Pile driver! This one's all mine!
Gemini Aqua! Hurricane Swarm! By the
Take
power
this!
of water! Mega Ray!
I'll blind you with
Power
thunder!
of water!
Road to Fury!
Golden Toe!
On your Stalagmite!
Here I come!
Hurricane Fire!
On guard!
Strike! You're finished!
That'll bring you down!
Take this! I'm not done!
Piercing roar!
By the power of water! I'm all stocked up!
Orochi's
I'll
Fury!
grind you into dust! Look sharp!
Here I come!
Flame of Fury!
Benediction
Glacial
light.
Spear! Pierce evil!
Thanks, Xion!
Time to
Orochi's Fury!
Black Salt!
Flaming Meteor!
Take this! No escape!
Shattering the pieces! Bloody hot!
Dragon Sword!
Their armor are interrupted!
Like the flame inside me yearns to be
This
let
one's
free!
mine!
I'm not done!
Let me out!
Destruction!
First aid!
Take this!
No dawn shall bring me
Orochi's Fury!
It's over!
Dragon Sword!
Inferno Crossing!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Mega Ray!
I'm not done!
Flaming Meteor!
Mystic mercy!
Hear me! Flame of Fury!
Burn!
Water! Hear my call!
Orochi's Fury!
Hear me! Flame of Fury!
Look sharp!
You're finished! Destruction!
Eagle Ray!
Take this!
Primed and ready! Fire instant! It's weakened! Falling storm!
This ends now! Orochi's Fury! It's over!
Inferno Crossing!
Annihilation! Hear me! Flame of Fury!
You're mine!
Elusive
Orochi's
deity!
Fury!
Shield and fate! No dawn shall bring me
It's over!
Escape my
Flaming Meteor!
Strike!
Inferno Crossing! Can't get out of this!
Gemini Aqua!
Here I come!
By the power of
Elusive
water!
deity!
Destruction!
Gemini
It's
Aqua!
over!
Tiger Blade! Inferno Crossing!
Let me do it! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
I'll heal you all!
Nothing gets by me! Inferno
Strike!
Crossing!
Thank you.
Crescent Slash!
Falling
Storm!
storm!
You're finished! Burn in hell! I'm not done!
Wits about to
I
evil!
never miss!
Flaming Meteor! No dawn shall break this night!
Here I come! Destruction!
Radiant Pierce!
You may be strong,
Mystic mercy!
but I'll never back down!
Top field!
Orochi's Fury!
I owe you one! I'll face you!
Annihilation! Hurricane Strike!
Dragon Swarm!
Raging Luna Storm!
Here I come!
Radiant Pierce!
Orochi's Fury!
Glacial Fire! Take
Inferno
this!
Crossing! Getting
This
started!
one's mine!
Here I come!
Gemini Aqua!
Take this!
Back into the fray! Not completed!
Flaming Meteor! Inferno
Try
Crossing!
harder!
Another incantation ruined!
Healing Storm!
Mighty Elusive deity!
Power of flame!
Can you take it? Piercing roar!
Catapult! Dazzle! No escape!
Flaming Meteor! Inferno Crossing!
Going! Catapult! Destruction!
Primal
Storm! Dance on the wind!
It's over! Radiant Pierce! I never miss!
I'm not done!
Annihilation!
You're finished!
Searing Flame! Reload! Damn it! This one's mine!
Now you've gone and ticked me off!
Back into the
Don't
fray!
suffer in silence!
Dragon! Try harder! My turn!
Annihilation!
Strike!
Mega Ray!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher!
I'll heal you all!
Piercing roar!
Healing
Denied!
Circle!
All mine! Thanks, Shion!
Unlimited top field!
Inferno Crossing! I'll thank you! How about this?
You're finished!
Flaming Meteor!
My turn!
Inferno Crossing!
Let me free
You're down! You're off!
I'm almost impressed.
High praise coming from you.
I said almost failed to carry
Even
my
this
weight.
is mine! Eagle Ray!
Ignite!
Healing
Inferno
Circle!
Crossing! Pieces! I attack on that!
Destruction!
I owe you one
You're
well.
finished!
Bestowed by
Orochi's
Mystic
Fury!
Mercy.
This one's mine!
In a bind?
I'm not
Annihilation!
gonna attack!
Right, watch out!
Nothing gets by me!
Here's a healing art! First aid, that'll bring you down!
You're mine!
Hear my call! Spread!
Take this!
Hear me!
My natural defenses are fading. I'm a sitting duck.
Retreat from this battle.
Retreat? I would never.
By the power of water! Water-sake wing!
I'll bring you back from death to
Catapult!
pain.
Swappy!
I couldn't make it in time.
Catapult! Not done yet! I won't give up! From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with life!
And more of this and I'll burn out.
What was I thinking?
Reflect on thy You're mine! They smite fury!
By the power of flame! Vanquish without a trace!
Execution! Scream fate!
I'm ready! Explosion! I won't give up! My guard down!
It's time!
A new lease on life!
They smite with blackened blade!
I'll bring you back from
Anything in armor is all mine! No further!
I'll heal you all!
Tempest! You're mine! Catapult!
Inferno crosser! I'm gone!
Try harder! My turn!
Snap and repeat! Inferno crosser!
Burn and flame! Begin!
Hear my call!
Here I come! Bestow thy mystic mercy! Dragon form! Don't suffer in silence! You're finished! Look sharp! Flaming thrust! I'm ready!
Xion! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! Now it's just her!
Faria! Can you hear me? Faria!
She's preparing another summoning! The art she's casting is way too powerful to control. At this rate, her body won't be able to take much more. Dohalim!
Forgive me.
Man, I thought we were gone.
Everything okay?
Yes.
Not her. I meant you.
Xion, please.
I can try, but
We're not even supposed to be in here.
In that case,
I'll take her off your hands.
You?
Avakir, what are you doing?
I was curious what you were up to, so I took the liberty of... I overheard what you said about Tom.
And you believed me?
I like to think I know you a little better than that, Doha. I'll take Faria. Leave her... I know better than to ask what you're up to.
Thank you.
He seems like a good friend.
He hasn't changed. As for Faria, it's always
You don't seriously blame yourself for what...
somebody got to her. And the same goes for you.
You're wrong. As for Tarnagan, But that's why we're fighting.
Indeed.
You can't atone. I know it hurts to hear. Forgiveness, acceptance...
So I just forget the harm?
No, the opposite, in fact. Not for those already passed.
For those still alive.
Kisara's right. So long...
That's what living's all about. Punishing yourself for the past.
Only fixing the problem in it.
That's right.
Don't forget, we've still got...
Xion,
Huh?
thank you.
Glad to be of service.
I'm glad we could stop Faria without hurting her.
You all did much for her as well. I'm most grateful.
Oh, shucks. We're on the same team.
Do you think Faria...
Certainly seem that way. The question...
The same person who's been...
Brainwashed or otherwise.
Someone used her
It does tell us one thing at least.
There's no question.
by someone capable...
Yeah, it's that voice.
The will of Dana's astral energy.
What? There's so much astral energy. But where's it all coming from? It's almost like it's alive.
That was the spirit channeling ceremony just now.
What the hell was that? It felt like everything was on the brink of...
Oblivion. It's the same vision as the one my thorns show me. A vision of impenetrable darkness.
An empty void. A nothing.
The visions of the apocalypse you've been seeing.
So, everything we just saw,
That's right. It was as if her innermost thoughts were speaking directly to us.
that power flowing into her, it reminds me of Shion's thorns. If they're what's responsible for all these visions she's been having,
Maybe my thorns are made from that same astral energy.
If that is the case, we just found the missing link between your thorns. No, more than a link. Perhaps even the very heart of the matter.
I've never felt astral energy so powerful.
if it's the same energy your thorns are...
Correct. Dark astral energy is possessed.
And when enough astral energy gathers together, it develops its... If so, maybe that complete oblivion is exact...
I don't know. Will can be a pretty...
But the will of Dana is... I don't know, should we really be...
Dana's will would never want oblivion.
Cut it out, you two. Squabbling over...
Let's keep moving. If it's Dana's will...
Shion's right, and I think...
I'm sorry.
Final.
That vision we saw.
What do you make of it?
Maybe it's trying to...
Well, it could be super...
That's your...
Wait. What if a person's thought? And what if those with...
You think that's what it was?
I am merely entertaining...
Okay, back up a sec. You're...
More to the point,
Whatever it was, it's...
The strength of their... Soon, we might have to be ready to face anything. Whatever happens, I'm determined to save Shion and... Hold up, you guys.
What is it?
I want to look through that room over there. I'm curious what we'll find.
That's the room you visited in your past, right? Sure. We can check it out. This looks like...
A laboratory secreted away in the forbidden...
Looks pretty deserted.
Let's check it out. It might give us a new...
For the people of Lenegus.
It's off limits even for lords, then?
being exclusive is one thing.
Strange doesn't cover it. Whoever the Sovereign is.
Did no one ever talk about...
No, not that I can remember.
The Forbidden Zone is a house. That is what we believed. But now... I think...
Well, can you make...
These are experiments. A composite being capable of control... The creation of a governing central figure, taking the form of a codename Sovereign.
Sovereign?
Wait, there's more. That must be the Master Course. With all this raw data...
About the Lords.
Think about, not to mention the... In other words,
What about the Sovereign?
where do I start?
What is it?
It's a list of names. It's your call.
Read it.
There must be dozens of test subject number... Alphen.
They re-engineered me. Right here in this lab.
Alphen.
It's fine.
Test subject number Volron.
Volron?
He's only sovereign because
He's the last one.
But what about the winners of the crown?
Upon victory, when a new sovereign is... But according to these... It's all lies. The crown contest was...
But even supposing that's true,
Crown contests have been meaning that for the past 3...
The Red Woman?
It's possible. She could be.
Either way, it's fair to say she's definitely involved somehow.
What about the data records? Is there no other information that could help us?
Not that I can see. There's nothing here. I've barely...
I'll do that.
So this is where Alphen became... Only two So why has the Was there really no other way?
Dohalim.
Forgive me.
Alphen.
But it's strange. I've got all this rage inside of...
If that were to...
Yeah.
that's right. No good can come from being.
If you ever start to lose your way,
And I would be happy to lend it.
Naori, I...
Don't talk. I have to do this. I gave you my word that I'd help you return to Dana. The next time you open your eyes, you'll be home.
But you...
My place is here with my people. I still have a duty to fulfill. I'm sorry for what you've endured. Rena never should have dragged you into this. It's not your burden to bear.
But...
The mask contains a sedative. It should keep your mind from tearing itself apart any further. Let yourself go to sleep. This should help with the pain. Time to go, Alphen. Farewell.
Naori...
His injuries are worse than I thought. Short-term treatment isn't going to cut it. I'll have to switch the healing pod to long-term hibernation mode. The chance of surviving hibernation's less than 10%? And worse,
Long-term use of the mask carries a high risk of damaging his mind and nervous system. But... if I don't head back, Lenegis will be nothing but ashes. And this starship along with it. I don't know if I can fulfill my promise to you, Alphen. But if doing this will grant you even the slightest chance, I have to try. I hope it's enough. Please, live for me, Alphen.
That vision. It must have been from when Naori helped Alphen.
She sure went above and beyond the call of duty.
Even with Lenegis crumbling down around her?
So that's why you lost your memories and sense of pain, and why you were asleep for that whole time.
Yeah. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't even be alive today. I owe her.
Now that you know how she felt, how do you plan on...
She kept her promise. If the Renan people she fought so desperately to protect... Naori was the one who put that mask on me, and made me Iron Mask.
She did it to prevent your soul from tearing itself apart. She knew you might lose your memories and sense of pain as a result. But more than anything, she wanted you to survive. And you did.
This place. We've seen this in one of Naori's memories.
Of course. After 300 years, the spirit channeling ceremony. This is where the Renis Alma was.
So this is the place where you and Naori...
The Renis Alma isn't here now. Nor is the...
I know it's difficult, Alphen, but there will be time to dwell on the past.
Naori?
What? It's been a year since the ceremony. That day, I shut away inside of myself the power that caused Alphen to lose control. Since then, my visions of the future have grown more...
Is this another memory? No, it's different this time.
What we did back then. Not so much as a day passes when I don't think about it. All in the name of a ceremony. The purpose of the Sovereign. They linked Alphen's consciousness to Lenegis itself. The Renis Alma was intended to control his power, lest anything should slip through its crack. That day, as Maiden, my role was to temper his power. I was meant to guide it forth.
Linked to Lenegis itself? But
that power showed me a vision. When I realized that vision was a prophecy of the apocalypse we were about to unleash. But without a maiden, the ceremony was doomed. Alphen lashed out, his consciousness no longer... I did what I could. Using my abilities as the maiden, I tried to seal that power away. But it was too late. Lenegis had already been brought to its knees. With the destructive force now slumbering inside of me. Especially since that power was asked. In which case, ironically enough, the Renis Alma, that at least would hold the astral energy dormant. Assuming that with the Sovereign and Maiden's combined power, perhaps I could That's what I hoped, but the Renis Alma was lost. And Alphen, the Sovereign, was in my only choice was to seal away the destructive force inside of me using my powers as the Maiden. The time needed for a new Renis, even if by doing so, it meant I would be passing the curse on. Please. Forgive me. I never meant to burn.
Wait, you can't just...
Naori.
That message just now, was it directly from Naori? Or...
What?
These are the clothes that Naori and I wore during the ceremony 3 centuries ago.
So you're saying this is the Maiden's outfit?
That's right. These clothes are designed to resonate with the Sovereign and Maiden's abilities. They focus in an...
And they appeared now because...
Naori must have left them here for the new Sovereign and Maiden, knowing the day would come when they would need...
These outfits are directly linked to the answers we've been chasing this whole time.
Locating the Renis Alma would allow us to
It makes sense. By that logic,
We have a Maiden and Sovereign. Now all we need is the Renis Alma. Shion.
It's possible?
I do. We can rid you of your...
However, the spirit channeling ceremony...
You're right. It's the barest sliver of a chance.
I know it's too early to... Just hearing there's the slightest chance. Even though I know the world's still in great peril.
No, it isn't! You found hope to...
Rinwell's right. We can rid you...
Thank you.
starting with a little game called Hunt the Renis Alma.
Yeah, we've come all this way. Now we just...
Yeah! We can protect the world...
I too shall lend my services. My knowledge of Renin lore...
And they say modesty is...
Miracles just seem to follow...
How do you know it's me they're following? We're all in this together, Shion. Now let's get moving, shall we? Thank you. So Naori sealed away. She stopped my rampage. But then, that power... I'm so sorry, Shion.
You're wrong. What happened to you was because of you paid a heavy price for. The reason you lost...
Is the reason for your...
The thorns.
It all leads back to them.
When my thorns are gone, I never dared to dream. No. The truth is, about a life without the touch of my family, holding hands with Rinwell, embracing everyone. All the norm... I always wished Is it really okay for me? I'm so scared. What if it doesn't work?
That's not going... I'm here to make sure it won't. Forget fate or death. We're going to live a normal life. There are a lot of things you still want.
Yeah. It's such a strain. I know. And it's for my sake.
You're worth fighting.
I believe you.
Good. I'll keep on fighting. Until our future.
Sounds like this Naori...
Her position demanded nothing.
Yeah.
Not only that,
it's as if walls...
Which basically meant that she...
You inherited that legacy.
Don't I know it?
She's kind of...
That's quite some door, all right.
We'll find the Renis Alma and the Red Woman and
After everything we've been through to get here,
We'll probably be needing you to open this one for us.
Go for it, Alphen.
This is it, guys. Time to see what secret...
We're a long way from the residential quarters.
Yeah, you're right.
except the Danon Astral Energy.
in a portion of the city reserved
Maybe he just has strange taste.
This place looks like it has been here. Still, this isn't...
Hold up, decadence?
When a preference is indulged to its...
That depends. Does it...
The void that art fills is...
In that case, I'll let you know the next time.
Now all we need is something to fill up the void.
Shut up!